Good morning, everybody. It's kind of a windy day. It's going to get a lot windier, I guess. But it's not bad. A little on the chilly side. But it's a little after 8 in the morning, so that might be understandable. I'm going to go test out the new GoPro, and you get to join in the journey. I'm going to start off here by the house, and gonna head down a little bit. Not exactly sure where we're going to go, but I was kind of thinking that maybe, as my dogs like to go for a walk, that maybe we'll walk on down to my neighbor's cow pond. Hope they don't mind too much. The water level was a little bit low last time I checked, and I'm just kind of curious, since it is springtime. You would think that we'd get a little bit more water, but it's not looking real good right now. Hopefully the pond fills up. He's got cows coming at some point, and I suppose they might get a little thirsty. But let's find out. Anyways, enough looking at me. There you are, my dogs. They're all excited. You want to go for a walk? They like to dance also. This is my driveway. The neighbors with the big barn there, that's the people that own the cow pond. And we'll check it out. It's a beautiful day. As you can see over there, there's still a little snow around. I guess at the end of today, it's going to get even colder. And there's some talk that maybe we'll get some weather. I'm back. Still testing out the GoPro. Anyways, yeah, over there are actually the Uinta mountain range. So, give an idea of what I get to look at every day. Monday's supposed to be colder, windier, rainier, maybe even get a little snow. We're going to pretend like that's not going to happen, even though we could use the moisture. Nice thing about that, if that happens, I'm sure I can find something to do in the house. What do you say we take the shortcut? We'll walk through the sagebrush. There's plenty of sagebrush up here, that's a fact. Somewhat of a, I don't know, my neighbor thinks that the sagebrush needs to stay put. I'm actually allergic to the stuff, so I get rid of it when I can, a little at a time. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you're allergic to sagebrush. You buy acres and acres of it, but that's what I did. We're going to shortcut over to this temporary gate. It'll take a few minutes off the total time. But for those who don't know what the heck I'm up to, I bought this land about 10 or 11 years ago. When I retired, I decided to move up here. Actually, I think I decided to move up here even before I retired, but had kind of a game plan. It's very quiet, as you can hear. Nobody bothers me much. My great neighbors were up yesterday, and we got to spend a little time together. That was fun. It's always nice when they're up. It doesn't seem like we get to spend near enough time together. At least for my part. They might tell you that I spend too much time with them, but well, they're good people. Anyways, this temporary gate, I need to get busy and actually make it a real gate one day. Come on, dogs. We're now on my neighbor's property, so we're going to pretend like I'm not really trespassing. I kind of keep an eye on things for them, but try not to abuse their hospitality. One of the fun things down this little road between our properties is we have a little shooting range kind of at the end of the thing there. So anybody who's ever in the mood to come and put holes in paper, we can make that happen. As you can see, it's got a nice backdrop onto empty land, so completely safe. However, we do follow all the safety rules, and they are discussed before we shoot, so we want everybody to be safe. If you're not into firearms, we could probably even do bow and arrows. Anyways, off to the right here, we'll go down a little trail to the cow pond. It doesn't get traveled too much, so it's a little rough. Along the way, we'll probably even find a few holes where badgers have dug in. Badgers are strange creatures. They dig a hole, spend the night, maybe two, and then they go dig another hole. They don't like to stick around in the same hole very long. They just like to dig. Besides the badgers, we also have rabbits, various rodents, something they call a squeaker. They're everywhere. We have coyotes, fox, porcupine, of course the obligatory deer and antelope. We are in Wyoming. I've even seen tracks of cougar. Once upon a time, this area actually had bear, but I haven't seen any bear. Oh, besides the deer and the antelope, and we also have elk. So plenty of animals. There's the cow pond. Yeah, it's not looking real good at this point. Since it is spring, we should actually have an overabundance of water. We disturbed a duck. It'll come back. Yeah, I was thinking of helping them make this cow pond bigger this summer, but you know, right now it's not filling up with water as it is, and being springtime, it should be rather full. There's even an overflow over here that isn't functioning. And Z gets in the water. She likes water, but Soul doesn't like water much at all. She likes to drink it, but not play in it. We'll walk over to where the spring is, see if I can detect any water flowing at all out of the spring. Boy, I'd hate to think the spring is dry. Typically this time of year I couldn't walk this path, as all of this grass here would be kind of swampy. But it's really quite dry. That's too bad. I don't know. I see a little bit of water, but as Soul just proved to you, it's really quite dry. And Z. I do see a little bit of water movement, so there is some water coming out of the spring. Well, we'll see if it opens up. Does more later on. One of the fun things about my property is that there's actually a 300-foot elevation difference between low and high. High is that way, and we're going to take the Polaris up there to the top. I know there's still a little drifted snow up there, so we may get to try to get past that. Here we go. wasn't too bad. It's a little windier up on the top, as you can imagine, but we made it, and check out that view.